Hello, everyone. My name is Taylor. Many of you know me from, live, work, the internet, all of the above. I just wanted to make a video today about what I heard on the radio this morning, among other thoughts that, might interest you as well. But I'll just dive right in. Something really disturbing came across the radio airwaves into my ear hole today. Basically, what was said were gentlemen speaking about comedians, and they said that they don't like female comedians because they're too... They used the word crass, I think, which was kind of hilarious. They said women shouldn't talk about their sexual conquests and that women shouldn't, have those types of opinions or what have you. And they kind of went on and on about it. And I just kind of was sitting there like kind of baffled or appalled or whatever at the thought that how many fucking dude comedians do you know who their entire comedy routines are based around sexual conquests or like disgusting stories or whatever? And I'm okay with that. Like, I'm completely 100%. Everybody has their art form. Like, do it. Whatever entertains people. What bothered me was the discrimination against women, I guess. Like, okay, so I've talked a lot about feminism lately and it being a current issue and how lots of dudes will talk about how bad it is to be a feminist because we've already got everything we need. I've heard that a lot, like we already have the right to vote, we're on juries, we have complete control over everything, etc. And as true as some of those things might be, as a woman, I believe the patriarchy is very much alive. I actually got on my phone during the waiting room series of my therapy today. I was I just Googled the word feminism, and of course a slew of things came up. One of the top results was by Urban Dictionary, which was kind of hilarious, actually. Anyways, I'll just give you a summary of what I read there. It basically said that, 18th century feminism, great. And then after that, anyone who's a feminist is an asshole. Pretty much. It said, feminism is a word that women use to make men feel like crap about themselves, or a lot of women don't want to be called feminists because it has negative connotations. Basically, there was nothing good, at least on the first page of Urban Dictionary, about feminism. One particular line there said, feminism is an activist type situation thing that ugly women use so men will open doors for them. Just want to let that sink in for a second. Ugly women use feminism to get men to open doors for them. What? Anyways, I guess like the double-edged sword or like the miscommunication or whatever the fuck you want to call it, there was, I guess, some dudes were under the understanding that ugly women need to open doors for themselves and something another. Anyways, basically they were saying like a lot of women are confused about what feminism is, and I agree. I mean, I definitely agree. One point that was made was that Like, I like this purse, you know, will you buy it for me? And the dude's point was like, hey, if we're talking equality here, like, I wouldn't spend $50 or $100 on a purse or bag or wallet or whatever for myself, so why would I spend that money on you? And I mean, I get it, like, that makes plenty of sense. Ladies, if you want to buy a purse, whatever. Don't expect people to buy your fucking purse for you. But on that side of things, men often expect women to look or behave or act or dress a certain way. And when we don't, that's when, like, you know, she's not taking care of herself. Like, there's definitely a double standard there. Like, you want to talk about ridiculous. Like, a dude can walk up in slacks and a button up and be fine, you know, in a meeting. If a woman walks up in dress pants and a button up and she doesn't have makeup on, you know, and her hair is just put up in a ponytail, like, that woman's gonna be looked or treated differently than a woman who comes up in a power suit and her hair is, you know, flat ironed and she's balling out with her jewelry and her makeup's on fleek and what the fuck ever. That woman is often treated with more respect than the woman who doesn't put in as much effort to her appearance, which that's definitely a double standard there. But yeah, so basically looking up into the word feminism, there's a lot of, like, miscommunication going on. So, like, very many of the articles that I read today were talking about how feminism is, like, our mission to overthrow men and take over the world and take our life back, blah, 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 whatever. No, feminism, if you go look up the actual dictionary definition, it's a fight for equality. I think maybe the word feminism, because it has a female, like, derivative, is it's scary to guys and some women. Like, you want to be, like, real here. Religious choices or religious aspects are threatened by the word feminism because it destroys the entire layout of what, you know, biblically the woman's goals are to do, or even her role, which, first of all, why is my role any different than yours? Like, that's kind of where I'm coming from on this whole side of things, is like, now in modern times, I'm expected to go to work, I'm expected to raise a family, I'm expected to be a good mother while working, and I'm also expected to, you know, to do all the things a woman did before, like clean the fucking house and wash the dishes and do our laundry and make sure that when you're sick, you're okay. Like, you know, I don't know. It's just, back in the day, like, as much as we want to talk about, we've progressed and we've moved on and blah, blah, blah. The current state of capitalism basically forced women into the workplace. It wasn't given to us. That wasn't a given, right? That was, hey, now it takes more than one income to support a family because of inflation. So not only do you get to do all this other bullshit, but you also get to work now. Yay! So, and on top of that, you want to talk about things that are unfair to men, like stay-at-home dads, for instance. Like, if you ever think about, like, the fact that some dudes stay at home and take care of their children, like, that's really cool. That's right as fuck. Like, if a woman's pulling her weight and, you know, she's able to take care of the family financially, hell yeah, dad, stay at home, raise your babies. But she shouldn't have to come home and, you know, and also do the dishes and do all the stuff that women are supposedly doing, making sandwiches. Yeah, so, like, I don't believe that there should be roles for anyone. Whoever's more capable of, you know, financially supporting the household, that person can work and the other person can take care of your children. But if for some reason neither one of you make enough money to support the entire unit, which is pretty much everybody's situation for the most part, that fucking sucks. Like, the system used to be designed for men to, quote, take care of us. Like, wouldn't it be really cool if the system right now was designed for at least a parent to take care of a family, like, easily? It's just not. It's not anymore. The current state of capitalism allows us to have to struggle, and then they wonder why kids are shooting up schools, or they wonder why, you know, little Tommy's acting out, or little Susie's doing whatever the fuck. It's basically boils down to not getting enough love and attention at home, and the reason for that is, A, we have to work all the time. Like, we're in a constant struggle for financial stability, and that's sad. Like, it should not be this difficult. It definitely shouldn't. And anyways, I'm getting way off track here, but feminism, again, the word kind of scares people because it implies female, and so I think maybe instead of using the word feminism, maybe, and this is coming from a hardcore feminist, maybe equalism or equality. Like, we need to think of something that's a little more on naive dude's level, or an even naive woman's level. Let's not discriminate here. I don't want anybody to think that I'm trying to have more power over someone. Like, that's the fucking problem, is everybody thinks they gotta have power over somebody. Like, I can't tell you how many times that I've been in a situation where I don't feel like, as a woman, that I'm respected, even in just daily life. Like, this doesn't involve my job, this doesn't involve anything that has to do with, like, my income. Like, let's just say, like, my friends, people that I hang out with, talking down to me because I'm a woman, like, mansplaining things to me, like, and I'm not going to go into too much detail because it'll totally give away, like, this person, and I don't want anybody to feel bad about themselves, and if it ever presents itself, I will go over it with them. But, like, there's no reason for a man or any person to explain to me how technology works at any point in time. We're on a fucking website, and I'm pretty much the backbone of Hipster University, and I'm a millennial. Like, I know how to use technology. Like, there's never, ever, ever a time where someone should feel like they have to teach me, like a man should have to teach me how to do something so basic. Like, I don't, anyways, I can't go into too much detail. I'll give away information. But yeah, so, like, mansplaining, that's a really big thing I have to deal with a lot. People genuinely think, let me back up. People don't. Men seem to think that I'm stupid, and I don't understand what I portray or what I put off that, like, oh, yeah, she's stupid. Like, I don't think I'd portray any kind of, like, stupid attributes. I think just being a woman, like, people are gonna just, and I say people because I'm in the mentality of equality, but let's talk about men. Like, there are very few men that I've come across in my life that treat me the same as they treat dudes. One of them is my boyfriend, and I'm a little biased because he is my boyfriend, but I watch him interact with other women. I want to see how he fucking do. Like, he does. Like, he tries to make a very obvious attempt to treat women with respect because of the emphasis that I've put on it. Like, he didn't even understand what a big deal it is to us. Like, I recently sat down with some friends, some comrades from over in California, and a gentleman sat down in front of me and made eye contact with me, didn't make me feel sexually uncomfortable, engaged in conversation with me, was actively interested, engaged in what I was saying. It's so rare that fucking happens that I had to, like, stop after that conversation and be like, look, dude, like, thank you so much for treating me like a human being. Like, you have no idea. And it seems often, even women, for some reason, like, women are not standing together. They're not in unison right now. I feel like very strongly that there's a lot of catty behavior that happens, and I don't know if that's influenced by, like, other sources, like, you know, the media or whatever you want to call it, the general industry, because, like I said, you know, a lot of that shit that I read on Feminism was talking about how ugly girls want this, this, and this. What the fuck difference does it make what you look like? Like, you deserve to be treated like a human being, regardless of what you look like, period. So, yeah. So anyways, this is my rant of the day. I'm sorry if this is unwarranted bitching, but, you know, whatever. I have a right to voice my opinion. Everybody does. Yeah. So I hope you enjoyed it. And have a great day, everyone.